As someone who has tried to do mini twists 4 times now, the fourth time was the time that I finally clocked what I needed to do as someone that has type 4B hair, low porosity, low density, thin strands. So now that I've got my routine down pat when it comes to my mini twists, I'm going to show you how you can do yours if you also have a similar hair type to me. So let's get started. The first thing you need to make sure that you've got is a clean scalp. You need to be working on clean hair. So I just washed my hair. I used a clarifying shampoo. Then I used a hydrating shampoo. I've also used some bond repair treatments in there as well because I'm actively trying to improve the health of my hair because I have heat damage at the front, sadly. But we will get into that later on in the video because if you have heat damage, just know that your mini twists aren't gonna look as juicy and as bouncy because obviously the strand has been straightened out, so it's not going to give it that bounce that you may want. But like I said, we'll get to that. But firstly, we need to do the parting. This is the worst bit when it comes to mini twists. I've seen some girls say, you know, don't worry about a parting, blah blah blah. I can't do that, I'm sorry. The parting needs to be there. Even if it's a bit wonky, it still needs to be there. I can't have jigga jagga, all types of things going on in my hair. No, especially because I've got thin hair, it's a lot more noticeable. If you've got high density, by all means, go ahead. It's probably not going to be that noticeable on you, but on me, girl. Anyway, so yeah, let's sort out the parting. I hate this bit. Okay, I had to do that off camera because honestly, parting is so stressful. But I have parted my hair into 3 sections. I'm going to show you. So you've got the lower third, the middle third, the top third. This is how you want to part your hair. I'll insert a video of how I basically like discovered this because in theory I knew it, but like, you know, sometimes you need a visual to see how it actually works. So yeah, that is what I've done. Also, my hair is basically dry. So I'm gonna have to wet it again, but that's fine because we are going to be using the liquid conditioner oil. Liquid conditioner oil, yeah, the LCO method. Yes, that's what we're going to be using today. So I am going to now go and part the rest of the lines because I want to just make this as easy as possible. I don't want to be like doing some mini twist parting, doing some mini twist parting. That's not fun. So I'm going to go do that in the bathroom because I have a double mirror where I can see the back of my head. Thank God. Okay, so as you can see, this is what my mirror looks like. So I can literally see, oh my God, there's so many. I can see the back of my head. So I think for the back, we can do maybe 3 rows. Is that a lot? Is it going to be absolutely neat? No. Do I mind? No. Okay, guys. I have started because I started to feel so overwhelmed with the parting. So I haven't even finished pre-parting most of my head. But this is the next section that we're going to be working with. As you can see, my hair is literally so dry. This is my hair with like no water, no conditioner, nothing in it. So what we need to do is hydrate this section again so that we can start with the mini twists. So water. And as you can see already, the curls are starting to come back. Crazy. Cool. Next we are going to go in with conditioner. This is the As I Am Classic Leave-In Conditioner. So I won't put too much. I think that should be fine. And we are just going to And make sure to get it on the ends as well. Next up, I go in with avocado oil to seal in all of that moisture. And again, just make sure that you get it on your ends because that's the oldest part of your hair. And would you look at that? Hydrated. Oh gosh. Black hair is honestly just so beautiful. I love it. Now we can get started on the mini twist. So I've just parted one out. This is what it's looking like. And I am going in with the Curl Defining Gel by Shea Moisture. Now, this was the game changer for me because, like I said before, when I done it last week and I just used liquid conditioner oil, my hair didn't look neat, as in like all of my little hairs that I couldn't necessarily get to were just like all over the place. I'll try and insert a picture so that you can see, but yeah, when I added this, I was like, okay, this makes sense. So that is literally all I'm going to use. Don't need to go in with that much. And you just run that through. And as you can see, my hair literally loves this product. It has really lapped it up. You can see I've got the heat damage on this section as well. Oh dear. Right, so I'm going to start the mini twist as a plait. Once I'm happy with the length, I am then going to section off the middle section so that one half goes with one of the strands and the other goes with the other. And then you can start twisting. I do like to add a bit more product as well. Oops. And there we go. That is our mini twist done. And obviously it looks elongated at the moment, but what I love about mini twist is that once you finish and give it a few hours, they do tend to start to puff up. So I really liked my hair on day 2 because there was where I'd hydrated it throughout the day with like water and a little bit of conditioner and oil again. It just gave it that like fluffy feel. When you first do them, obviously they're a bit more elongated, which doesn't give it that springy kind of look, but that will change. So even with this one that we've just done, you can see already it's starting to slowly but surely curl up. And then these ones from before, they are doing something. But yeah, with mini twists, I feel like it's a trust the process kind of situation. Because when I first done them, I was like, I'm not too sure. But after a few hours, I was like, okay, I actually really like this. So let's continue. My partings are a bit off, but I'm not really that fussed, to be honest. So as you can see, this parting aligns with this section right here. So we're just going to be going along this way. Also, I'm going to show you now what the mini twists look like on heat damaged hair, because if you look here you can actually see that this is heat damaged. This bit's a bit more a bit thicker. So yeah, let's get into it. Do you know what, firstly we need to wet the hair again, leave-in conditioner, our avocado oil. So we have got our piece of hair here, as you can see, heat damage and then normal hair. So we get our Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Gel. Is that what it's even called? Curl Defining Gel, sorry. And we put that on the hair. And then this is what it looks like. So this is going to end up essentially being the shape of my mini twist. So up here will be a lot more coily, and then down here is going to be a lot straighter, but we can make it work. So I'm going to start off a plait. We're going to split this so that it now becomes 2 pieces, and we are going to twist. Ah. And then this is what it's going to look like. So it's so straight. So what you do is you just use your finger, wrap it around, leave it there for a few seconds. And there you go. It's curly. So even though, yes, it doesn't look like some of the ones at the back, it doesn't look as straight and as weird as it looked before. But also you can see how amazing that curl defining gel is, because look at that. Just brings out the curls like perfectly. Okay guys, so I have finished my mini twists. As you can see, they don't look that great now, but what I do is I split it in half, or the best half that I can do. And I basically cane row it down, one to stretch it a bit more, but obviously the cane row will add a bit of curl to it to give it a bit more volume, because I don't have thick hair. So let's do a cane row from here. Now obviously the cane row doesn't have to be perfect, mine definitely is not. I'll come back to you guys later on, because I am actually going out today. So yeah, I'm literally just going to put my headscarf on now, and then later on I will style it up how I would normally do it. But this is how I do it when I'm going to bed as well, just so that it's out of the way, and also to help it not be like sticking out. Like, you know, sometimes you put your headscarf on and then it makes the plaits like bend, whereas if you put it in 2 cane rows, it should just stay down. Where's my headscarf? Hey guys, so it's actually been a few days since I finished my mini twists, and this is what they look like. I personally believe that mini twists look better the more that they age. So I done this on Saturday and today is Tuesday. When I go to bed, I like to put them into cane rows just to give it this like wavy kind of effect on the twists, especially because I have thin hair. It just gives it that bit of like extra volume. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I moisturize them to make sure that they stay hydrated. Okay, we've got all of our products here. So the first thing that I go in with, which should be obvious, is water. So this is just water in a spray bottle, and I just mist my hair. And I make sure to like rub it in as well, so that it's reaching everywhere. And don't forget your edges and your hairline, everything. And again, just work that water through, make sure it's on the ends. And then next up, I go in with either a leave-in conditioner, which is the As I Am leave-in conditioner that I use, or I go in with this Cream of Nature Creamy Oil Moisturizing Lotion. And it says that this restores moisture, softens, and adds exotic shine. What the fuck? Exotic shine, you know. Okay. So I'm not going to add a lot because I don't want to have too much product build up. So that much. And just make sure that you moisturize that all the way through. Get it on the ends, because that is the oldest part of your hair. Just really get that in there. Once you've done that, you can go in with your oil, and I just love avocado oil. My hair loves it, therefore I love it. And you can't really see, but I just don't add too much. And again, focusing on those ends. My hair just feels really light and fluffy, which I really love. I basically can't wait until like all of this is the same length, because I feel like it will help to make my hair look a lot thicker, because everything will be the same length. There won't be any like gaps, if you get what I mean. But it's okay, it's a process. I'm going to the hairdressers on Thursday, and I'm going to get her to take off quite a bit of my heat damage, so my hair might be like even shorter than this after Thursday, but that's fine. It's all about having healthy hair, basically. But yeah, that is basically how I moisturize. And that is basically it. The hairstyle, actually, let me show you. It is my favorite hairstyle that I have been doing since having these mini twists. And basically all it is, let me show you. So I just put it in 2 buns. So that's the first one. I need to get another hairband, hold on. And then pop the back in a bun as well. So this is what it looks like. Because I just feel like when my hair is off my face that I look the best. Obviously this is not very neat, I can't lie. I've just been playing about in my hair all day. I need to stop that. But one of the ways that you can help to get rid of any of the fuzz, or like, you know, those little hairs that are like peeking through, literally just get some mousse, pop that on, tie down your headscarf, let that set, and then your hair won't look as messy basically. But yeah, that's the style that I had when I went out yesterday, and then the day before that I just had it down. But yeah, so I've been loving that style. These are going to be coming out not tomorrow, the day after, for my hairdresser's appointment, because I'm going in for a wash, blow dry and a trim. Another thing that I want to discuss is that at first, when I first had the mini twists, although I really liked them, one, I was concerned because I felt like I looked really young, and two, because I have thinning in my like crown area. Female pattern baldness runs in my family, and so I was a bit concerned about how the middle of my head would look. But I just had to just overcome the fear. At the end of the day, it's just hair. There's nothing that I can do. Well, there is something that I can do about it, which I am. I have booked for PRP treatment, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, as it stands right now, there's nothing that I can do. So it's like, do you want to wear your hair how you want to wear it, or do you want to be concerned about what people have to say? And really, if people care that much, it's a bit odd, do you know? So yeah, I just had to kind of like pep talk myself and just remind myself that like, this is my hair, and you know, this is what I'm working with, especially when it comes to thin hair as well. Like I said in one of my other videos, I found that like a lot of the videos that I saw in relation to mini twists were on hair that was high density. It was people that had thick hair, thick strands, and so I was having to deal with looking at a hairstyle that I wanted, but not being able to see what it would actually look like on someone that has the same hair type as me. So when I initially done my mini twist, I was a bit like, oh, this is not what I thought it would look like. But I had to keep reminding myself, I don't have that hair, you know? So yeah, if you're a thin hair girly like me, you know, this is something that we're obviously gonna have to like work through. I don't have a problem with my hair. I feel like my hair definitely looks thicker in different hairstyles that I have. Like I feel like when I have a slick bun, you can't really tell that my hair's thin. Whereas with something like this, I feel like it's a lot more obvious, you know? But anyway, it is what it is. We've got to learn to love what we've been given, and I have had some really nice compliments about my hair, so that's made me feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable about having it out. Like even my mum, she was like, it looks really good, it's just so natural and just so lovely. And I don't think she even realized in that moment how much that made me feel a lot better, like about my hair. I went for a family dinner. All of the women in my family, because you know men don't really be paying attention like that, all of the women in my family were like, oh, your hair looks so nice. So yeah. I'll insert a little video to show you. I literally just had it just like this, but you know when you're a bit more dolled up, you got your makeup on, you got your nice earrings, your cute outfit, so I felt a lot more glam. Whereas right now, you know, I've just come in, no makeup on, I've still got my shirt on from the day, but like, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have thin hair like me and you know you're not really sure how to like style your hair and stuff, make sure that you subscribe, because I am basically going to be like trialing different hairstyles on thin hair so that there's enough visuals out there on social media to show people that have thin hair what their hair is going to look like with these hairstyles. So I think next time I am going to try mini braids, but to be fair, I feel like it will probably look very similar to to this. I don't know. But yeah, I am going to try mini braids at some point. But yes, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.